Hello everyone, I am Nisha Khandelwal. Welcome to the NIOS platform. I am the English teacher, so today we are going to discuss about few important topics related to your exam. I'll be sharing with you the blueprint and the question paper, sample question paper, and I will give you a few tips regarding how to solve the question paper, keeping your peace of mind and keep your anxiety at low level. Okay, and because English is like a very lengthy paper they are having, so I'll give you a few things to attempt or to crack this exam like very well. So first of all, I would like to share the screen of mine, so I hope it would be visible. So first we will discuss the blueprint and the weightage and everything, and then we'll discuss the paper. Okay, so here we are. I hope it is visible to everyone. Okay. Yes. So question paper design, how the paper is designed, like this kind of question would be there, knowledge based, understanding based, application based. So that we will discuss. So the maximum mark would be 100 and time would be 3 hours. Okay. And the code is 302 for English. Okay. So let me share the screen little bit to it. Yes. Here we are. So now we are talking about which kind of question. So knowledge based question, most of the questions start with what have that character has done, what you understand, or like for example what the character spoke to somebody else. So that kind of question, like very direct question. If you have read the knowledge, you know, right, you know the answer. That's the first kind of question. So the weightage of those kind of question would be 20% in the paper. Understanding based, how, why, when. Okay, so how and why, where you need to give the reason or you need to describe that what you understood. Okay, that is understanding based. And application based, most of the time it is like how you relate this situation to your own life, or whether this poetry or this chapter or this character is relatable to today's life as well. These kind of questions would be there. And most of the time writing questions are also included into that. That is called application based, so that you can apply in your own life. Okay, now weightage of question, that is very very much important, because see, I told you paper is very very lengthy. So how you're going to focus on that? Now we have 3 marks question, 5 in numbers, like 5 question of 3 mark. 4 mark question would be 5 again, and 5 question mark would be 3. So you can check that 15, 20, and 25. Sorry, 20 and 15. Then very short limit, like 2 marks, 11 question you will get, but the 6 question would be for the choice. You need to attempt, that means total number of question would be 70, but you need to attempt 11 only. Okay, word limit would be 30 word, 22 marks. Short answer limit would be 40 words. 3 question of 2 mark, like 3 marks question for 2 question would be there. So now 2 plus 2, you will get the options. So 6 mark. Long question, 4 mark, 80 to 100 word limit. 4 question you need to do, and 3 question would be for the choice. That means in total you will get 7 question. From there you need to do 4. So 16. And one would be the long answer, like the very long answer. That is this one, essay type question, which we say, and essay type answers. So 100 to 150, and you will get 2 questions, and you need to do 1. Understood? This is the part. Now objective type, if you will understand the first column, so it has says these are the objective 1, which refers to MCQ, fill in the blanks, true, false, match the column, and one word answer. Okay, those are the MCQs. Now how they are going to take. Now prescribe text, poetry and prose. We have few poetry, right? Few poems and few prose lesson, like means chapters, stories. Okay, so the bifurcation of that, from poetry 7 mark question would be there, and from prose 23 marks. So in total it would be 30. Okay, non-prescribed text, that would be of 20 marks. That means comprehension, unseen passages of 20 mark. Grammar would be of 15 mark. Writing skill would be of 20 marks. And the next in the last, the model, like those modules which we are talking about, like application and job interview, how to apply for a job and how to present yourself for a job interview. That is also a chapter over there, 26A, 27A. That is for specific purpose. From there, they will give 15 marks question. Okay. Difficulty level, estimated level, that which kind of question would be there. So now if we'll go up to down, like difficulty would be like 30%, 30 marks of question would be little difficult. Average, now difficult is not difficult over here. If you have prepared enough, there would be nothing is difficult. Average would be 35 and easy would be 35. Now question paper has been designed into that manner that everybody can attempt and get at least passing marks. Okay, so this is the basic design of your question paper. Now we need to understand the question paper, how it look like. Okay, so if you can see my screen now, I'll share once again. Here we are. So I'm showing you the sample paper. Okay, now this is the sample paper. Because this time syllabus has been changed, so little pattern is also have been changed. That we need to understand how it is going to be. The first part would be of literature. Now you need to understand the paper has been divided into two parts, part A and part B. Now part A would be carrying MCQs and part B would be carrying the written questions, like long questions, short answers, essay type answers, those kind of questions. Okay. So first we will go for part A. That is called MCQ, the short answer, very short, objective type. So you can see over here, Tagore's reference to the clear stream being lost in dreary desert of dead habit is a critique of now what you need to understand. Now the first is blind adherence to outdated traditions, lack of geographical development in India, people is over dependence on agriculture, colonial exploitation of resources. So it would be A. The option would be A. So these are MCQs. So you can do these MCQs and these are very scoring. This is very scoring part of the question paper. If you have done the chapter like in a very well manner, you have learned it. Okay. Now again, poetry is there. If by Rudyard Kipling, if you have learned this chapter as well. And then again, we have one more question related to lost the ego of your mind. So again, it's from the poetry. Okay. Now, these are the MCQs, objective type questions. Now, see, we have reading. Now, whole text is there. Here also, you will get objective type question, like MCQs I was talking about. Now, you can see, you will read the passage. Now, see, if you are attempting the comprehension passage, no, you need to be very, very particular that, okay, whatever answer you are choosing, it should be correct. So, what you need to do if you have less time I'm talking about, for example, 3 hours would be very less for this long paper. Few students are having like very slow speed in writing as well. So what they need to do, they have to read the question first and then paragraph. Then again read the question and then paragraph. So in second time when you read the paragraph, no, this passage, no, you will get the answer or you will get the idea, okay, this part is related to this question. Then you can be very precise. Okay, so this is the trick to solve the comprehension question little quickly. Okay, now hold on. Now, so we have question number 2, which is having 4 marks. No, 5 marks. Okay, now we have question number 3. Identify it is true or false. Okay, now these are the literature question again. Okay, true, false. If you have read the story, you know the characters, you know everything, you can do it very easily. Okay, now the match the column is from after 20 years. Okay, next, reading the following passage carefully and choose the correct alternatives. Same as I said earlier, this is a passage you need to read and then go to the question, jump again to the passage and find out from which part the question has been taken. Sometimes maybe it is very, very much possible that you don't understand the question language. Okay, so I would prefer that what you think in your common sense, use your little brain, that okay, this question line is related to this paragraph. Okay, and when you are going to write the answer, it would be very easy. So nearby answer could be given, or you can use one more method that is called fix the option, like choose every option to the question. Okay, is this right? No, it is not right. Is the B option is not right? No. C option is right? No. But D is most appropriate. You think. Okay, so you can go with that. That is also a good method to do a passage. Now we have one more passage which is having 5 marks again. Okay, again objective type questions are there. Now we have grammar. Grammar is also there. One words of grammar, like if you can see, wait. So fill in the blanks with proper tense of the verb given in the brackets. Like correct form of the verb also you can write. Now next, this is tense. Now next is match the column. That is one word called. Next, interrogative sentences. Change the sentence into interrogative sentences. So what you need to put, you need to write down the WH word only. If you remember, 5 W's, 1 H. What, when, where, why, how, okay, who. So you can write down. Okay, now next would be match the word spring with the correct meaning. Okay, now spring, lot of spring words are there. Spring of water, spring season, to spring up, a metal spring. Now you can check a coil or a bounce, that would be a metal spring. Spring season would be season after winter. Now spring of water would be natural source of water. That also you can check. So basically, something in grammar, no, you have to use your, although you have done all the rules, all the practices and everything, sometime it comes from somewhere else. For example, this similar words, these are the idioms, the words. So that also it could be there. So for that, you need to read a lot. Practice of reading would help you to solve your English language paper. Okay, fill in the blanks with correct form of word given in the brackets. Again, it's a tense one. Or it is prefix and suffix as well. Now, for example, perform. Her performance will change into that. You need to correct the word. Now, the soldier will defend. Defense is a noun, but defend would be a verb. Now, honesty is an valuable quality. Value you cannot write, so it would be valuable. So sometimes you change the part of speech and you use it. Okay, then we have poetry. So poetry, again, you read and you answer all the objectives. Okay, wait. In this, they can ask you like, here it is written that simile, okay, anaphora, symbolism, alliteration, that we have already discussed in the classes. Now, for example, the mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel. So what it is? Simile, personification, metaphor, or oxymoron. Now, simile, so it cannot be there because like and as is not there. Personification can be there because mountain and squirrel both, like mountain is a static thing and squirrel is an animal. So they don't have the quality to quarrel, to fight. Quarrel means to fight. So how they can fight? So personification is there. To make up ear and a spare, which figure of speech, ear and spare. Okay, so anaphora, symbolism, simile, alliteration, that also you can find out. Okay, these we have done. So here we have next. Now this is the poetry MCQs. Then we have grammar one. Okay, here is the grammar one. As I said, that grammar may it could be like writing question also there in MCQs. Now, for example, first is what is an effective way to maintain professionalism and email. Okay, so options are there. So now these all MCQs are related to writing part of your paper. How to write a memo. Okay, report is there. So what introduction it should be included in that. Job application letter is there. That is also there. Okay. Now we are going to, now second part has been started. It is in literature. If you can see, these all are of 2 question mark. Okay, 2 mark is there for each question. So few are having options, few are not having. So where you get the option, do what you like the most, and where you don't have the option, you need to do that also as well, right? Now we have one more passage, which is mark is 10. Okay, unseen passage. So here you have received the questions, if you can see. Yes, see, it is from Charlie and Chocolate Factory. It's a very famous poetry, famous drama, or you can say novel, and very famous movies also are made on this novel. So we have a lot of questions. So read the passage and answer. Now, what I told you earlier, when you are little doubtful about your time management, what you need to do, you need to focus on the question and jump to the passage and read. So soon you will find all of them. Now, do is directed. Change the speech, that means direct speech. Indirect speech, then change the voice. Now, this is passive voice, you need to change into active voice. Make it complex sentence, that also you can do. Rewrite the sentence using a phrasal verb of underlined word. Okay, I met an old friend. Now, met must be like removed by a phrasal verb. So, phrasal verb also we have discussed. Now, paragraph and design a poster. That is also there. And then we have, this is writing question again. And one more passage is there which is having 4 marks, and you have to make the notes from it. Okay, note means summary. So you need to write the summary. Next, we have read the passage given below and write the summary of your own words. Now read it and make a summary. Now summary is not like you will pick one line from like one paragraph or something like that and you summarize it. You just give a whole soul summary in 4 to 5 lines. That would be enough. Okay. Then we have letter placing order that we have done. Okay. Then we have one more writing question, that is memo. Okay, how to write a memo, that also we have done. And then we have one news report. Write a news clipping for the resident. So it's a report only. Okay, the second choice in question number 26, second choice is also a report. Then one email is there and one resume, how to make a resume. So in this way you will complete this. Okay, marking scheme. Okay, answers are there. So we have already discussed, so there is no point. So I hope you understood. Now see, whether you are attempting reading part, whether you are attempting question like literature question answer, or whether you are attempting writing or grammar, need to be very focused. Read the question thoroughly, that what this question is asking, what it is demanding. Okay, and then write. And one more thing, for writing part, how many formats are there? Please learn them all. Okay, for example, letter writing is the most important. Report writing is very important. Email is very easy to learn how to write an email. Okay, so see, every writing question you have option. So for example, we have 6 topics. So prepare 4 in a well manner. So that you will be, your marking like would be like very precise. You will get good marks. Because if you will prepare all 6 and you just forgot or you just confused with each one, so that would be like disaster, right? So focus on 4, but learn them properly. Okay, so this is the way. All the very best for your exam, and I hope you understood. Still, if you have doubt, you can drop a message into the content page, or you can ask us this platform and just give your doubt. We'll definitely help you out. And good luck. Be happy and be confident about the question paper. I hope you will do great. Thank you.